Hey guys, this is Big Sarge. I want to talk a little bit about this Breonna Taylor murder. I'm just at a loss for words. My heart aches for the family, and we're getting tired of it. Um, it's crazy. I'm gonna give you a few facts on this case, right? And as an American, you should be very disturbed and you should be wanting justice for this young lady. First of all, after midnight on the night that she was murdered, the police served what they called a no-knock warrant. After midnight, they used a battering ram to hit the door at Breonna Taylor's apartment. Now, Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend were asleep when this started. After the police made entry, Breonna Taylor's boyfriend shot one of the detectives, a Sergeant Mattingly, in the leg as he entered the apartment. Now, when all the shooting was said and done, Kenneth Walker, who was the boyfriend, told the police that he thought it was Breonna's ex trying to break into the apartment and that he feared for his life and her life. There was another officer that wasn't even in the line of sight to see anything. He shot 10 times through a window blind. The blinds were closed. He couldn't see nothing. He just started shooting indiscriminately. What if there were kids or something in that house? He didn't care who he was shooting. He just wanted to pull the trigger that night, which is stupid. And then after they shot Breonna, they didn't even render aid to her. They didn't even try to save her. But they called the ambulance back to that apartment. Now, mind you, an hour before the raid went down, they sent the ambulance away, which is against department policy, okay? They called this ambulance back to help the officer that got shot in the leg, but nobody tried to help Breonna. Breonna's boyfriend called the 911 operator and told him that somebody broke into the house and shot his girlfriend. Does that sound like a person who knew the police were trying to come into that apartment? Now, they got the coroner to say that Breonna couldn't have been saved. But how can you say she shouldn't be saved couldn't be saved if they didn't try? They didn't try to save her. So, how is that possible? They didn't care. They did not care. Now, after all this stuff, after all this shooting and stuff they did not find a single drug in that apartment. Matter of fact, Breonna Taylor's ex, who was the drug dealer, said that Breonna had nothing. They had already caught the guy, and he told the police Breonna had nothing to do with it. And that's crazy. Now, in the police report, they wrote a fake police report saying that they did not force their way into that apartment, that Breonna sustained no injuries. She was shot 5 times. You murdered her in her own apartment, the sanctity of her own home. So I'm not understanding this whole thing, how the police got off. They say, oh yeah, we got one of them. You didn't get one because you only charged him for wanton endangerment because of the other people's apartment who happen to be Caucasian. Right? So this is crazy. Black people are killed by the police at an exponentially higher rate than white people. There was a police officer in the town that he was in, escapes me. He was a black police officer from Somalia. He responded to a domestic disturbance call in a dark alley, and a white lady ran up to the car and he shot her and killed her. They convicted him quick, gave him 12 years in prison. But these white cops that killed this black woman, they're getting away with murder. So I asked you guys, you can look up all this information that I just put up in this video, but I asked you, what do you think? What do you think should happen to these police officers? Me, I personally believe that these police officers should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That's what I believe. Leave your comments below and let me know. Give me a little bit of feedback. Let me know what you think. This Big Sarge, I approve this message.